Hey guys, Horror Man back for another review. So today we're going to take a look at the NECA Toys Toony Terrors Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Now there's two different offerings right now, so you have the box set with Slim and Chubby, and then you also have just the single carded Killer Klowns figure, and that's going to be Shorty. Now Shorty comes in a series, and basically the series has three other characters, including Teen Wolf, Ghouliana, and one of the male aliens from They Live. So this is going to have just that single carded look, which has got that really cool Killer Klowns artwork going on there. Little marquee with the Killer Klowns, and then you have the poster. And I'm sure behind him you could see more. And once I open it, I'll show you that. And then with the box set, it's a little bit bigger set, of course, and then you have the Toony Terrors logo at the top. It does have a little bit at the top of the box as well with the lightning. And of course you have the figures clearly displayed. You got the logo, you got some skull, blood, and some popcorn on the floor there, so that looks pretty cool. And then over to the back of the box. The back of the box set, this pretty much looks the same on all the box sets. It's generally like the back of a movie theater, but they put all these little Easter eggs in here. So this here is basically when the clowns throw a bunch of pies at the security guard at the fun house, and he just melts, and they put this big cherry on top. You do get a little picture of the figures in the middle there, and then you also get a picture of Shorty, which definitely is the NECA figure, which is really cool. You get the Pig Top Burger sign with the dumpster. The dumpster's a little different looking, but yeah, they have the popcorn monsters in there. And then there's actually the biker's head in that trash can, and that's basically the biker that has his block knocked off. So pretty cool little Easter eggs in here. And then for Shorty, you get a basic backdrop that you could use for toy photography, and that's got his little bicycle with training wheels on it, and of course the trash can. And I kind of wish they had the biker's head in that one. I think that would make more sense, but really cool packaging. Let's go ahead and get all these out of the box and have a closer look. Alright, so here they are outside of the packaging. I like the different comparison in height here. I definitely like how Slim is the tallest, and of course Chubby is the fattest. Now, before we get too far into the review, I always like to show these. You do get a cool little backdrop with these guys. The box set. You do get this tent UFO, which is really cool. You can see it's in the forest. Basically looks like it did in the very beginning of the movie, when you see the farmer kind of going out and checking out that tent. So I'm definitely going to use this for some photography, but yeah, I really like this little backdrop. And I did want to give you a better look at Shorty's backdrop. We kind of saw that just for a glance, but again, you do get his cool little bicycle and the trash can. And all along the front, you really do get some really good details. You get this cartoon version of his bicycle with the training wheels, and then you get this little cocoon with the face sticking out. You get these little posters, not necessarily of the Killer Klowns movie, but instead it's of the Shorty character. And then you always get this guy in the ticket booth, which is this skeleton guy, and he looks pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and take a look at each different figure individually, their accessories, the articulation, and then we'll go ahead and do some comparisons later on with some other figures. I'll give you my final thoughts, and then I'll have a little slideshow of pictures at the very end. So let's go ahead and start by taking a look at Shorty. Alright, so taking a look at Shorty, this is definitely, I'm sure, one of the fan favorites for Killer Klowns, so definitely glad they got him out first. But yeah, just taking a look at the face here, he's got that real vibrant green hair, which looks really cool. You got the eye makeup, which is slightly different on the right eye than the left eye. And of course you got these details in the forehead, which look really nice. He's got that sinister smile that we expect from the character. He's kind of cute and lovable in a way, but he's still extremely scary. So I really like that. But he got the big red cheeks, the big red nose. He's got his sharp teeth kind of showing. So he's definitely ready to do some damage. And he's got these giant ears, which I always thought made him look a little different than the others. They almost look like elf ears. They're just so big. But yeah, just really nice details. You can see he's got a little like rat tail in the back, and his hair has got a lot of nice texture going on. So yeah, really nice details in the face for Shorty. Now, like all the other characters in this line, he does come pre-posed, so it kind of hides some of the other details. But you can move the hands down just a little bit, and you can see you do get this really nice collar piece, which kind of has that classic like clown look or jester look. I think they've done a really good job with the details on that. Definitely looks nice. You do get some stripes in the arms, which look really good. He's got the boxing gloves, so he could put his dukes up like he's going to knock your block off. Down to the rest of the body, you do see he's wearing basically a onesie. So you got these two little stars on the front, which looks nice and clean. We did talk about the stripes on the arms. You got his clown feet, which aren't like dramatically big. You do have a couple little lines in the back of the onesie, just to add a little bit of detail. You got the clown butt here. And then on the bottom you do have a little peg hole, and I'll show you what that's for. You do get an actual stand with this guy. He does stand pretty good, so I don't think I'm actually going to use it for the most part. But the one thing that's weird about this, and it's the same with all the clowns and one of the accessories, is he's very hollow. So he's definitely got a lighter feel. So it's not just like a thick chunk of plastic. He is completely hollow. Now, there's no real gripe about it, but mine has like something broken on the inside, which I can't see anything missing or broken on the figure itself. So it must have been something that snapped inside when they were popping the arm in. It's probably just a little fragment of plastic or something. But it's kind of weird. It sounds like a clown maraca. But overall, really nice details in this figure. Alright, so the first things you get for the Shorty figure here, you actually get two different stands. You get this oval one, and then you get this round one. And I believe this larger one is the only one that's actually for the figure itself. And then there is a peg hole on the bottom of the foot, like I showed you. So if you want, you could use this little stand with Shorty. And then the only other accessory you get is the popcorn monsters, which I absolutely love these guys. I really, really like this. Now the little round stand that I showed you actually goes with those, and there's a little hole in the bottom of the popcorn container, and you just plug this little stand into there just so it stands up. And you can see there's a little bit of popcorn kind of detail coming out of the bucket. You got the mouth open on the one with the green hair, and then it's just closed on the other one here. So really cool looking. Now unfortunately the jaws aren't articulated, which kind of sucks. I wish they would have been able to do that, but they are like a bendy wire, so you can actually bend these guys around however you see fit. So that's pretty cool. So I really like that accessory. And you can turn the heads on these. And here's just a nice quick little close-up again of the detail in these faces. Man, these guys just look so dang cool. I really, really like this. Again, no articulated jaw, but just great detail. And just taking a look at the articulation for Shorty here. Again, it is nice that these actually have some kind of articulation. But all you're really going to get out of here is the arms can go up and down. So if you want to put his dukes up, or you can put one, both, or you just put them both all the way down. He does get really good movement in his head. He can't look down far, but he can look up, which is good because he has a very short character, obviously. You can kind of move his head to the side a little bit, rotates just fine. You can't rotate his feet, unfortunately. I thought you might be able to, but it doesn't look like you can. So you don't really have to use the stand. You definitely should use it for the popcorn monsters, but you don't really have to use it for Shorty. He stands just fine. Alright, so here is the chubby Killer Clown figure. And this one is pretty cool looking. He's definitely got that much thicker look. So I like that they gave us kind of like the short one, the thin one, and the fat one. Nice way to kind of round out the Killer Klowns to start. But yeah, taking a look at that face, got that giant mouth. It's got these kind of half circle little cheeks here. It's got those gangly, sharp teeth that have a lot of big gaps in them. The mouth is just painted black, which looks really nice. And I like the details in the eyes. And he does have like those kind of double chin or the turkey neck or whatever you want to say. He's got some big fat rolls in the neck going on. Kind of a little hairdo, but he does have that little rat tail in the back, just like Shorty. Again, he's got those really nice details in the neck, and he got some in the forehead as well. Now he does have a little QC error right on the tip of his nose, which sucks, man. Wish I would have saw that when I bought it, so I'll probably touch that up for pictures. I might even just use a red Sharpie just to be done with it. But overall, really nice details in this chubby. Not a whole lot more going on with this figure. He mainly just has this spiral outfit, which is pretty basic looking. I think they got the details good enough for what it is. He's got the big clown feet. You can see one of them is like kind of tipped up a little bit, and I kind of like that. It reminds me of those old like Ninja Turtles. They always had like those weird kind of pre-posed feet. And then over to the back, of course, you got the spirals again. You got a nice little collar piece. Again, pretty plain compared to the other two. Do have some nice texturing going on there. And then for the most part, I do like the way it looks. I like the little like polish on the nails, or like the little design on the nails, so it looks pretty good. And again, this one does stand pretty good, so you do get a stand with the figure, just like you do with Shorty, but I really don't think you're going to really need it. But if you do feel the need to, you do have the peg hole on the bottom of the foot, and then you could just port the stand in, and you could just put them on there. So if you need a little bit of security for your killer clown, you could definitely do that. In terms of accessories, again, we did look at the stand. The only other accessory you get is the little pie, which looks like one of those like banana cream pies that these like clown comedians would throw in someone's face. It's just for a joke. And then you could just set it right on his hand. So you don't have a peg or anything for it. It just kind of rests there. And I thought that was going to be kind of weird, but it actually fits just fine. If you just kind of swivel his hand around, it'll fit just fine on there. So not the best accessories with this figure. And to be honest with you, all of the clowns throw the pies in the one scene that I remember seeing the pies, at least the only scene you see the clowns with them. So I don't know why they kind of just only have him with the pie. So it's okay for an accessory, but not a whole lot going on. You can move the arm a little bit, and like I said, you can move his hand. It looks like it's going to rotate all the way around. He does have really good head movement. When I got the figure, he was really looking up, but I was able to get him to look down pretty good as well. You can move this arm a little bit, but this collar piece will get in the way. And then the feet don't seem like the feet move at all. So not a ton of articulation with this guy. Definitely kind of like a set pose that you're really kind of stuck with, and really minimal accessories. And that combined with the QC issue on him, he's definitely my least favorite in the set. On to the final clown here, and this is going to be Slim, which has always been my personal favorite clown. So again, I'm actually really happy they got this one out first too. But yeah, I really like this character. Now I will say, this is a very non-Slim facial expression. He's very kind of just has that neutral face. So I kind of wish they would have done more with him, because he usually has that sinister smile with the teeth hanging out or like laughing or something. But for some reason they chose to give him this very neutral face. But it does look really good. I do like the details in it. He's got that very unique eye makeup with the eyebrows. Got that big red nose like all the other ones. Same like, red cheeks, the big red lips. He's got that cool hair, kind of like Bozo the Clown. So I really like this one, and I always thought it was cool. It has these kind of like little antennas on the top of him instead of just like hair. So really cool looking. And just like the other two, of course, he does have that rat tail and a lot of really nice texturing in his hair. So overall, he does look like Slim, and I really do like it's very clean makeup, probably the cleanest one. I just wish he had a little bit better expression. And just looking at the rest of the outfit again, just like the other ones, he kind of has like this little onesie going on. You do have this kind of nice collar piece, kind of has like this like seashell kind of design to it. But it looks really nice, pretty clean, has like a little split in the back. You do get the little stripes in the arms. His body kind of looks like the cotton candy thing, the accessory that comes with it, so that's kind of funny. He's got the big green shoes, much bigger clown feet than Shorty, of course. He's got like moon design going on here, so pretty cool. You do get the little like paint on the nails, if you could see that. So overall, really nice details on Slim. And just like the chubby character and Shorty, you do get a stand with him, and of course you do have the peg hole on the bottom of the foot, and you can just port that in. And like I said, you really don't need these stands to work with these guys. Honestly, they stand just fine. And you can see that the one for Chubby is this biggest stand. It kind of covers like both of the feet. I might have pictured him with the wrong stand originally, but he has a little bit longer stand than Slim. In terms of accessories for Slim, you really don't get much of anything. You just get this cotton candy gun, which looks pretty cool. It's not exactly what the gun looks like, but definitely close enough, especially in this toon type style. So you could just kind of port that in, and then you have him with his gun. And it looks pretty cool. He doesn't have like a trigger finger pose or anything like that. He just kind of like just holds it. Alright, and the final accessory, and this one comes specifically with this box set, is going to be the cotton candy cocoon. And this has always been a really cool yet creepy accessory. And I think they've done a really good job with it. So you do have like the hook at the top. It's got that green hook. Kind of got this like bee looking black and yellow pattern. You got that creepy face in there, which almost looks more realistic than cartoony. Now if you want, you could just swivel to the back and you can see just a regular cotton candy cocoon. Because this one really specifically is a face that Mike and Debbie, which are two stars of the movie, while they're exploring this UFO alien tent, they find these cocoons, and Mike tears away part of the cotton candy, revealing the person's face, which is always kind of a shocking part of the movie. Super creepy, and I think they've done a really good job replicating it. Now, while the cotton candy cocoon doesn't come with any specific clown, I will say I'm a little disappointed by this, because I always remember the scene where Chubby basically breaks out this silly straw, and he goes to one of the cocoons and drinks the blood out of one of them. So I think if you're going to include Chubby, I would have probably gave us the cotton candy cocoon with the straw attached to it, and maybe even something that actually could hang this, because as it is, it just made it flat so you can kind of just, you know, stand it up. It is cool, but I definitely think if you're going to include Chubby, it would have made more sense for, you know, to have that silly straw. And I think that would have been a cooler accessory than the pie, and we probably could have got a better pose out of them too. So, you know, you could look at it that way, but overall, it's still a really cool accessory. I definitely am happy we got this specific one, but maybe down the road they could do something with that silly straw. Here they are together, and you can see there's a really nice height comparison here, with Shorty obviously being the shortest, Slim being the tallest, and of course Chubby being the chubbiest. And I really like how the accessories stack up. All the height of everything looks really good together, so very happy with how these came out. For the first comparison, I did want to do a packaging comparison here, just to show you how big the Killer Klowns are. So here's the Halloween 3 Season of the Witch set, and you can see it's a little bit smaller than the Killer Klowns set. The thickness of the box is definitely substantial. So this is definitely going to be a much bigger box. Here's the Slim Funko Pop, which is a fall exclusive from 2019. And here he is next to the Toony Terrors. So you can see they're much taller. But I really do like this pop. I don't collect a lot of Funko Pops, but these Killer Klowns were pretty cool. And for the last Killer Klowns comparison, here's the Pop Funko Shorty with the Shorty Toony Terrors. And I think both companies did a really nice job of recreating the look of this character. It's really cool. So unfortunately, yeah, I don't have any other Killer Klowns figures. Everything else I have is like Halloween decorations. I did get a couple really cool kind of figural pieces from Spirit, which were basically like those side steppers, but they're much, much bigger than these figures are. But I'm really looking forward to see what NECA has coming out, and hopefully we can get some ultimates and maybe some retros. And honestly, they could probably go crazy with the Toony Terrors because there are so many clowns in this movie. Here they are next to the Toony Terrors Jason and the Michael Myers. And I do think they look a little big next to these guys, but the style really works together. And the Killer Klowns were pretty bulky looking characters again, so I do think they fit with how they would probably look in real life. Here they are next to a couple animated figures. So you have Joker and Batman from Batman the Animated Series. And these scale pretty good together. The clowns definitely have that more like kind of bulbous type of look anyway. But I do think they look pretty cool here, and I'm sure you can get some fun pictures. And if you want some more cartoon comparisons, here they are with the Ninja Turtles 87 cartoon, Raphael and Irma. And I do think they look pretty cool with these guys. And the Mirage Comics NECA Toys stuff looks pretty cool with them too. So if you need a hockey mask wearing vigilante to come in there and kick their butt, you can definitely call upon him. And then of course you have April O'Neil right by his side. So I do think the height looks pretty cool next to them. And here they are with a couple other animated characters. So you have the X-Men animated series Wolverine, and then you have the very vintage Real Ghostbusters Dracula monster, which is always fun to add with these Toony Terrors. Here they are with a couple of the Ultimate Pennywise. So you have the 2017 and the old 1990 movie. And then for the final comparison, here he is with a custom 1989 style Joker. Alright, so that's my review of the NECA Toys Toony Terrors, Killer Klowns from Outer Space. And overall, this is a really nice addition to the Toony Terrors line. The color palette that each of these characters have, that's that vibrant colors, and just the overall look really match up well with what this line's about. I really love the accessories you get with these, the popcorn monsters, the cotton candy gun, and the cotton candy cocoon. Really cool pieces. I definitely wish the Chubby came with the silly straw, of course, like I said, but overall I do think the accessories are fantastic. Very few little complaints with it, mainly being the nose chipped on the Chubby, and then there's a weird rattle going on with the Shorty, so that kind of sucks. But overall, I'm really happy with these figures. So thanks for watching my review. If you liked the video, go ahead and like it. If you have a comment or question, go ahead and leave it in the comments section below. And until next time, guys, see ya.